I've come to South Korea to meet someone who came here to find a better future. In 2009, she escaped from North Korea and has started a new life here in Seoul.
Hello.
안녕하세요.
Hi. Hello.
네.
Hi.
Nice
You. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hi. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
네.
Kayeon lives in an apartment paid for by the South Korean government. It's small, but she's tried to make it feel like home. When she left North Korea, she couldn't take any of her belongings with her.
선생님, 찾으세요. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
In order to protect their families in North Korea, many defectors changed their names. Kayeon is a new name as well.
그냥 한민족이라고만 생각하고 떠났어요. 그래서 언어도 같고 모든 게 다 같다라고 생각을 했는데 모든 게 다 다르다는 생각이 막 들더라고요. 그러니까 저는 탈북자들은 그냥 일 못하고 적응도 못하는 사람이라고 항상 이렇게 마음에 있나 봐요. 그래서 그런 편견이 좀 있다고 볼 수 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 항상 탈북자들을 만나면 그냥 이렇게 좀 문제 있는 사람으로만 많이 바라봐주는 것 같아요. 그래서 거기 좀 안타까운 것 같아요.
Kayeon is one of 25,000 North Korean defectors living in South Korea. The most common escape route is through China, since crossing the border that separates the two Koreas is nearly impossible.
There are so many Kayeon.
A half-hour's drive north of Seoul, I get my first glimpse of the electrified fence. By defecting, Kayeon thought she could help her family financially. What she didn't know was that once she crossed the border, there would be no turning back and no safe way to contact her family. To my surprise, the border is a big tourist attraction as well. A lot of tour groups and school classes come here every day. It's the closest Kayeon has come to North Korea since the day she left.
저는 일단은 뭐 한국에 왔으니까 한국 사람이라고 생각을 하는데 뭐 전문가나 주위 사람들이 많이 탈북자라고 많이 불러주시니까 탈북자의 정체성을 많이 가지려고 하는 것 같습니다.
It feels weird standing here, looking down on the most isolated country in the world. I wonder how it is for Kayeon, seeing her home country right across the river.
지금 현재에서는 그냥 부모님이 저기 와 계셨으면 좋겠다. 그래서 이 망원경을 한번 볼 수 있으면 좋겠다라는 생각이 들어요. 제가 생각하기엔 죽지 않았나라는 생각을 많이 했을 것 같아요. 왜냐면 연락도 안 되지, 나간 지 지금 3년도 넘었지 하기 때문에 어디 가서 죽지 않았나라는 생각을 많이 할 것 같아요.
Every year, around 2,000 to 3,000 North Koreans defect to the south. In the last 2 years, that number has gone down due to stricter controls on North Korea's border to China. The buffer zone between the two countries stretches on for 250 kilometers, the so-called demilitarized zone. Despite the name, it's the most heavily armed border in the world and a popular sightseeing destination, at least on this side. The WhoAmI school in Seoul is a special school for North Korean defectors. Most of the students have a lot of catching up to do when they arrive in South Korea. In order to keep up with the highly competitive education system, the school prepares them for university life and South Korean life in general.
This is a traditional classroom of our school.
Many of the students are traumatized. They've left their relatives behind and have no family to depend on here.
We don't want to make them leave, like if they wanted to stay here, that's fine.
They don't like to show their face.
The school tries to give them a sense of security, as well as teach them things they're not used to, like making their own decisions or speaking up for themselves.
그래서 그 그룹은 남한 사람들이 볼 때는 좀 불쌍한 사람이지만 그렇지만 그렇게 높은 그룹이라기보다는 조금 도와줘야 되는 그룹으로 인식되고 또 그 사람들도 스스로 그렇게 생각하면서 생기는 어떤 낮은 소속감이랄까 아니면 낮은 정체감 이런 게 좀 있을 것 같기도 합니다.
Ka-yeon's way of coping with her struggles is playing basketball and writing poems. She didn't go to a special school. She studied hard and got a scholarship for one of the top universities in Seoul. But she still has a tough time adapting to a whole different system and making friends at university.
농구할 때만은 좀 내가 활발한 성격이 되지 않을까라는 생각. 그래서 만약 대학에서도 막 뭐 물어보잖아요. 뭐 자기소개 팀이 모일 때 자기소개서 해봐 하면 저 첫인상을 보면 되게 내성적이고 말 안 하게 생겼대요. 근데 제가 저희 취미는 농구입니다 하면 아 진짜요? 막 이미지랑 안 어울린다고 많이 얘기를 해주시고 되게 활발하겠네요 라고 이렇게 기억해 주거든요.
Still, she feels isolated on campus. At 27, Ka-yeon's a lot older than her classmates. In Korean culture, older people usually pay for the younger friend's food and drink. Since she doesn't have much money, it's another obstacle holding her back. During my visit to Korea, everyone is preparing for Chuseok, a harvest festival and massive 3-day celebration. During this national holiday, Koreans travel to their ancestral villages, gather with their families, and share traditional food. For Kayeon, this time of year is especially hard. One essential part of the celebration is the traditional dress the women wear when they go to see their families, the hanbok. It's the first time Kayeon has ever worn one, since she never had enough money to buy a hanbok in North Korea. How would your mother react if she would see you like this?
되게 이게 선생님들이 사주는 거잖아요. 엄마는 너무 아파하지 않을까라는 생각을 해요. 한 번도 이렇게 예쁜 옷을 못 사줘가지고 더 마음 아파하지 않을까라는 생각이 들어요.
While others are preparing the traditional feast and setting out pictures of family members, Kayeon visits a Buddhist temple. She prays for her mother not to starve, so that one day they can meet again. Kayeon hopes that North and South Korea will someday be reunited. It's the one thing that keeps her going and makes it possible for her to adapt to her new life in the South.
나의 모습은 조금 북한이 잘 어울리지 않나라는 생각이 들어요. 왜냐하면 가족이랑 함께 있으니까 좀 안정된 생활을 하거든요. 근데 저는 사실 한국에 와 있어 생활하니까 이게 사회 시선들이 되게 이렇게 어떻게 좀 나쁘게 봤을까라는 두려움이 사실 있어요. 내 개인적으로.
Despite her difficulties, Kayeon appreciates that here in the South, at least she has the chance to figure out who she is. And I wish that one day she'll be able to share that with her family.